Hey guys, welcome back to Stuff and Things for your daily dose of nerd news. On today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about drugs. Since the season premiere of Breaking Bad went out last night, I figured it would be the perfect opportunity to talk a little bit about drugs and drug use. Because that's super controversial here in North America, and nothing drives use like controversy. And it's only a big deal because of a bunch of events that happened about a century ago, back when everyone was smoking everything and injecting everything else into themselves. Then the government went ahead and started abolishing all that fun stuff. Sure, we got our alcohol back, but everything else, including opium and cocaine, became completely illicit. Lots of unsuccessful government attempts at shutting everything down have, failed. Again, the unsuccessful part. And the king of them all, of course, is the DEA, terribly failing at its job. Since the founding of the DEA in '73, there has been an increase in drug arrests every year. You might sort of expect that. I mean, if you have an agency dedicated to enforcing drug stuff, then yeah, you'd see more arrests. But there's also more use every single year. It's constantly increasing. More arrests, more use. If we just look at it empirically, they have failed in their primary goal of stopping drug use. But you might say to yourself, it's all worth it. I mean, they are doing some good work. They are trying to push the streets and actually try to get rid of some bad stuff like methamphetamines and all that weird bad salt stuff. Ugh. The terrible stuff. That stuff is wrong. Again, I like to look at the numbers. The DEA's budget last year was over $2 billion. That's a lot of money, considering apparently they're failing at their job. So you have a government agency that's dedicated to eradicating drug use, and every year there's more and more drug use, and they have a huge overbloated budget, and on top of that they're shutting down other drugs that aren't even too bad, that have a lot of benefits and yeah, some minuses, sure, I'm not going to ignore the facts here. They could be a huge boon to the economy. They could actually generate real jobs and take away jobs from those terrible, terrible people who like to suck the souls of people, like the drug gangs and all that stuff. I'm not a criminal, I don't know how the world works. But all that information could be encapsulated in a much bigger video or even a series. My main point is Canada and the US have wasted a lot of time and a lot of money on something that isn't even an issue. Sure, like I said, there are some messed up drugs out there, those weird ass things that do a lot of harm to people, but there's some stuff that we've given a huge bad rap over that does actually a ton of good. Take LSD for example. People don't die on LSD. People freak out on LSD when they already have a pre-existing condition. Same thing with marijuana. It really doesn't do a lot to a person as long as they're old enough to take it. Just like every other prescribed drug we do right now, you gotta be of a certain age. But the number one drug that we have to worry about in America is the one that we kind of take the most. Alcohol. It's actually horrible for you. It's one of the most toxic drugs available. It can kill you in less doses than pretty much everything outside of heroin, and we drink it all the time. What kind of world do we live in when the most toxic drugs known to man you can just go into any store and buy, but then one of the least harmful drugs ever, like LSD or marijuana, or like nitrous, if you want to go weird, are, no, they're terrible for us, they're horrible. We have successfully integrated alcohol back into our culture. It's part of what we are. Maybe we should start looking at other types of drugs and maybe kind of working them into our culture fully. So, help out with the monies and stuff. Because really, guys, really we could use the money. We could really use that tax money to help things. Because, things are a little rough right now. So, But, again, I didn't really go too deep in this. I just want to get that out there. My main point of those government agencies failed, and they'll continue to fail forever because they don't recognize reality. Reality is we like our drugs. We like our drugs of many forms. We like our coffee, we like our beer, we like our hard liquors, we like our marijuana, we like our cocaine. Some people do. Can't stop us that, just work with us and we'll be happy. Of course, that's only our opinion on the show here. Guys, I'd love to know your opinions on illicit drugs. Do you think we should be very selective in what drugs we allow? Do you think we should just blanket everything's good or blanket everything's bad? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like what you've seen, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And we'll check you out in the next video.